tuliingia kwa boots. How we fit in the boot of that car, how we fit in the trunk of a robot, don't ask me. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I love to have you here. So today I want to do a part 2 of the story I was giving you guys about spending a night in jail. I left at some point, so that is where I'm going to pick up from, and I want to give you that story as I make supper, dinner, whatever. But yeah, as I prepare what I'm going to have for dinner. So yeah, stay tuned and sure you have something to drink, because it just gets real from the parts that I stopped at. So ensure you have something to drink or something to snack on, and come along with me. Let's cook together as I malizia you that story. Come along. You guys left at the part where we are told to get out of the car and tulale chini and kneel down, and these guys are seriously beating the driver, because the question walikuwa wanamuuliza is, when we were chasing you guys, why were you not stopping the car? Why did you keep on driving and all that stuff? So these people are holding guns. These guys wameambiwa walale chini, and we are here kneeling down. I'm fearing for my life. And then, you know, the thing that comes to your head at that time is, what am I going to tell my mom? You know, African moms, what am I going to tell my parents? Like, what am I even going to say I was doing out late in the night? As in, that is on my mind. The other thing on my mind is, what if we die? What if these people actually decide to shoot us? And then, but in my mind, I'm like, but even if they wanted to carjack us, see, the moment you're told to get out of the car, like, these people just leave you alone. See, wanaitisha tu funguo za gari and then they go. I don't know what's going on with these ones. Remember, at this point, these guys, as in, obviously, as much as tumeshtuka, we really worried what's going on na vitu kama hizo, when we alighted the car, forcefully alighted the car, tuliangalia walikuwa wangapi. These men were 6 men. There were 6 men, and sisi tulikuwa watu watano. And among hao watu watano, it's my 3 male friends, and then Rose and I, my female friend and I. So as one of them was going to get the driver out of the car, slapping him and really manhandling him, the others are here guarding us. It's like we're going to run away. And I think it's 2 of them who had guns. I don't remember very well. So Moza is being really vulgar and anatutusi and anaongea vibaya. The others wako hapo, hamjui kusimamisha gari mkialatiwa kusimamisha gari nyinyi, hamjui kusimamisha gari, as in they're just not being nice. Anyway, so tumepiga magoti, tumepiga magoti, the rest of us wamelalishwa chini. And these guys wanaongea tu vibaya and all that stuff. And then these guys start making phone calls. My goodness, talking about this thing makes me feel like it's actually yesterday. These guys one of them starts making phone calls, and he's saying, tumewapata, tuwalete saa hii. Mmepata kina nani? Shit. In my head, I'm like, mmepata kina nani? Mnawaleta wapi? As in, you... Oh my goodness. The emotions... No, talking about this thing is actually overwhelming. Anyway, so he's on the phone and he's talking about ametupata, anatuleta sasa, and all that stuff. We're still on our knees, the rest are on the floor, and then there's this one particular man, the one who got the driver out of the car. He was beating the men senseless. As in, I think the 3 guys all got out of there with some slaps. They were really beaten. For me and the lady, they did not beat us, but they were really vulgar, nasisi. And remember, like I said in part 1, if you haven't watched part 1, please go and watch and make sure you like that video and leave a comment. Remember in part 1, I told you guys, when I was leaving the house, the way I was dressed. So this one guy comes and he's like, wewe msana mzima hata hujui kutoka kwa nyumba kama umevalia sweater. Hizi ni nguo za aina gani umevalia? And at that point I'm like, please stop noticing how I am dressed. I do not want this whole thing to go south. I was scared. I was literally really worried. Anyway, they keep making phone calls and they're saying they're bringing us in. And then this one guy says, when you noticed tunawakimbiza, why didn't you go to John Saga police station and it was on the way? Like I said in part 1, we wanted to go to John Saga police station, but the tension, the confusion, it was all too high for us to even... Remember, I'm the one who was giving directions. and the tension was just too high. We missed the road, we missed the exit. So I can't even say how, but anyway, just to let you know, we missed the exit. So when this guy even asked that, we couldn't even answer him. We were scared. You've been scaring us, Bana. Anyway, these guys tell us to get into their pro box so that they can take us. What did they say? Wacha tupeleke hawa ndani. Ndani could mean so many things. Ndani could mean police station. Ndani could mean anything. Ndani could mean police station. Ndani could mean someone's house. Ndani could mean shit. We are going to be killed. I don't know. So they say, wacha tupeleke hawa ndani. In my head, I am like, these people are going to let us go back into Zabulon's car, ride to wherever it is we are going. Ha! Oh my, was I wrong? Was I wrong? These guys actually stuffed us in the boot of the car, near kwa boot ya gari. Tuliingia kwa boots. How we fit in the boot of that car, how we fit in the trunk of a robot. Don't ask me. I don't even know how we fit kwa hiyo ni kwa boot hiyo gari. But tuliingia kwa boot. 5 people kwa boot ya Probox. And I am there playing with my heels and I'm like, hatuwezi toshea. Si wengine waka madam ingia kwa boot. Ingia kwa boot, unadhani hapa ni wapi? Na tukasukumwa ndani ya boot, and trust me tulitoshea kwa hiyo boot na boot ikafungwa. The trunk is not going to go ikiwa open just because we are inside there. We got into the trunk na trunk ikafungwa. The things I've seen in this Nairobi. No. The things I have seen in this Nairobi. So anyway, we get into the trunk. We forcefully get into the trunk. We are being forced into this trunk. We are not willing. Who will be willing to get into a trunk? So we get into the trunk, and then this guy starts driving. Number one, we do not know where we are going. The only thing we can work with is the conversation that we're hearing them. I mean the conversation that we're hearing them uko mbele venye wamekaa, and all I can hear is tunawaleta, tumewapata, tuko kwa njia tunakuja, and I'm wondering guys, jamani, mimi hata kama ni kunikidnap, what will you get out of me? What will you get out of me? Anyway, they drive and we're scared, and then Zabulon keeps reassuring us. Zabulon was the owner of the car, so Zabulon is reassuring us. He's telling us, relax, everything is going to be okay. I'm going to make phone calls. We are not going to, nothing is going to happen to us. As in, he's reassuring us, and that was actually really nice for what was happening at the time. Anyway, we drive, not with the people who have enlisted us in their pro box. They're driving, and then before we know it, the car comes to a stop. The car coming to a stop, wakashuka, and then kushuka wanasema ndio hawa tumewapata. You know, the whole time nilikuwa nashangaa, ni kina nani, mmepata kina nani nyinyi? Wakakuja wakafungua boot, and venye walifungua boots, oh my, you will not even believe where we were. Pangani police station. We're at Pangani police station. Well, the first thing that came to my mind was, thank God we're in a police station, meaning these people are not going to harm us. But then again, why are we in a police station? As in, it will beat you while you're in a police station. So we get out of the car, and then typical Kenyan police, they are going to really be rough with you. Unless you already give them something like bribes, you know the drill. So typical policemen, tunatoka kwa gari, and they are rough, like rough. Shukeni kwa gari, shukeni umebangwa. I remember I'm in my crop top and my very high-waisted pants. We are getting out of the car. Shukeni hiyo gari. Mnadhani hapa ni wapi? Shukeni haraka. You've been grabbed. I am in very high heels. Tunagrabiwa kutoka kwa the pro box. They are manhandling us. As in, it was just typical chaos. So tukatoka kwa gari. At this point, we are still wondering, kwani ni nini inaendelea hapa? Haya, tukapeleka huko ndani. Kupeleka huko ndani, mimi nikaenda nikaingia, and then there was a bench there. Naenda kukaa chini. Yani, I'd rather deal with male police officers. Female ones. One female police officer comes and she says, unakaa hapo chini kwa sababu wewe ni nani? Umekuwa mheshimiwa? Umekuwa ama ni sababu umevaa heels unadhani pia sisi hatuna heels? Amka madam, simama. I'm like, I was only trying to sit down. I am scared. I am traumatized. Like, you don't have to be so rude. Anyway, nikasimama, and then this female police officer says they need to book us in. And I'm like, Immaculate, what have you done? Like, nini tumefanya? Unajua, I wish in Kenya when you're getting arrested, I wish policemen will tell you you're under arrest for 1, 2, 3. Because my experience with policemen, let me know your experience with policemen. Because for me, that one experience, the only thing that, among the many things on my mind, the other constant thing that was on my mind was, at least if you're under arrest, let someone notify themselves as police officers. These people were speeding up, following us, shooting at us, and then when they finally catch us, instead of identifying themselves and showing we are policemen, and you guys are under arrest for 1, 2, 3. They're telling us to kneel down, they're beating us, they're beating my friends, they're loading us in the trunk like we're some animals, then they're getting us to a police station, and up to now, we do not know what we're guilty of. Beats me. Anyway, the police officer said they're going to book us in, and there's nothing much that we talk about that night, so we get booked in, and then we go to the cells. But before we go to the cells, the juice is here. Remember, I was in heels. When you're getting into a police cell, for those who don't know, you cannot go with both shoes. It doesn't matter what type of shoes you're wearing, heels, flats, sandals, sneakers, whatever. So you take off one shoe, leave one shoe, and go in with one shoe. So when it came to my turn, my friends are taking off shoes, one for one shoe, going in with the other, ibo. So when it comes to my turn, I take off my one heel and be left with another, and then that woman is like, Madam, where are you going with the weapon? Try the weapon, watch hapa. And in my head, niko like, nasikia hapa jala bana kuna kunguni. Mimi unaniambia niende mgudumu ndani ya sela tena nasikia kuna kunguni. I am told, toa hiyo weapon. Remove both heels, because whatever you're going in with ni weapon. Later on, I came to realize actually you can't go into a cell now. Heels, because you can use it to stab someone or something of that sort. So we go into the cells, and remember, like I had said in part 1, again, if you haven't watched part 1, go and watch in order to coordinate with the story. So, like I said, I wasn't even wearing a sweater. So I'm going into the cell without shoes, in my crop top, no sweater. And it's a cell, so there's nothing you expect to find there, a mattress or a blanket or anything of that sort. Anyway, nikajiambia, I will survive, it's okay. So I go into the cell with my friend, the lady, and then the guys obviously go to a separate cell. But actually, the cells, I don't know about now, but at the time when we went to that police station, our cell was like in this room, and then the male cell was like in that room, and then we were sharing the washroom with the men. I don't know if it's like that in Pakistan, which I think it's actually really dangerous. But anyway, we're going to the cell, and then getting into the cell, actually it's dawning to me that this is actually serious. This is actually happening. You're actually in a police cell. Immaculate, you are in a police cell. And let me tell you, that place is cold. I will never wish jail on anyone, apart from my ex. I would actually never wish jail on anyone, because that place is cold. That place is not nice. It's not nice at guy. It is not nice. We get into the cell, and then upon getting there, we meet this lady. For me and my friend, we meet a lady, and she had her, I believe she's Muslim. She had her bui on, the hijabs, she had them on. And I'm crying at this point, but I was crying. So when we get in, she tells me, mambo. And I'm like, poa. I'm crying, so I'm crying. He's like, mama, I'm like, poa. And then she goes like, acha kulia utazoea. And I'm like, kwani umekaa hapa siku ngapi? And she tells me, nishamaliza hata siku 4 yako, utazoea tu. And I'm like, okay, sawa. So I go and sit in a corner with my friend, and then she comes to me and tells me, shika hii ujifunike na juu unasikia baridi. She offered me her hijab. And then it made me cry even more, because remember, sina sweater, I'm freezing, I'm so cold. And then akanipatia hijab yake. At least you know her dress was long, she was in a really long dress. So at least I'll have something ya kujifunika. She offered me her hijab, and yeah, that was it. So in the middle of the night, I was done crying. She was really friendly by then, my cellmate. Let me call her my cellmate. She was really friendly throughout the night. Alishinda akiniuliza kama niko sawa, kama nasikia baridi, if there's anything I need, because amejuana na some policemen hapo. So she kept on asking me, kuna kitu yote unataka? Naweza kuitisha kitu unataka, bora tu unipatie pesa. And in the middle of the night, like I said, we were separated by just a wall, the female cell and the male cell. So I wasn't feeling so well health-wise. So in the middle of the night, Zablon comes to check on me and see if I'm doing well. So kakuja kabisha kwa cell yetu. The male cell did not have a door, but the female cell had a door. So he comes and knocks. I didn't hear him. Actually, by then nilijekele hapo and I cried myself to sleep because nilitandika part of the hijab on the floor and then the other part nikajifunika. So it's like I'm sleeping on it and then the other part nimejifunika. That place has bed bugs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then it smells so bad because it's the ladies' cell, the male cell, and then the toilet. The toilet, let me not even talk about it because I'm cooking. Anyway, it smells so bad. It smells like piss. It smells bad. So anyway, he's knocking and I didn't hear him because I cried myself to sleep. So this Muslim lady, I believe she's Muslim, I don't know, she was just dressed in hijab, so I'm assuming, no offense to anyone. So she comes and wakes me up and she tells me, I think mwenye anabisha ni wewe anaita. So I stand up, alafu nikaenda hapo and Zablon is really being caring and akaanza kama niko poa, and then he offers me one shoe, the shoe that he actually had. He offers me a shoe, ndo nikaya hapo nayo, and then he gives me his sweater. I think he gave me his sweater. Yeah, he gives me his sweater, so at least I'm not that cold. And then he tells me for him he can't even be able to sleep. And I think there's someone who had a phone in their cell, if I'm not wrong. So he called his lawyer, as in he just came to assure me that he has talked to a lawyer and that we're going to be out of there the following day in the morning. It was just reassuring. So I hung out with Zablon for a while, and Zablon tells me I cannot be here for too long because I do not want the guards to come and meet me here. So I was like, it's fine, at least you came to check up on me. On the other hand, my friend Rose was deeply asleep. She was actually asleep and she kept on telling me, Imasa sasa ukishinda umelia, it's not going to help. You just stop crying, na ulale. Anyway, fast forward to the following morning. So the following morning comes, and it is not that the following morning comes, we are woken up. Now kuamshwa kwa cell, it is not a, excuse my language, kuamshwa kwa cell is not Christmas. You are woken up na fujo. Yani ile fujo mnamsha nayo is out of this world. So those people come with rods and wanagonga, I'm Kenny. Mnamsha na commotion. So we're woken up and gathering from the other people that were in the cells. I asked the lady and I'm like, tunamshiwa nini? And she tells me ni masaya breakfast. It's at 5 in the morning. I am not a morning person. Unaniamsha aje na kelele. But then again, it's not Christmas. I'm not on holiday. So tunamsha, and then this lady tells me, ukikosa kukula ujue utachapwa. So make sure umekula. I'm like, ati? She tells me, tunapanga line tukipewa breakfast. If you fail to eat, you're going to be beaten up. And I'm like, my goodness, which part of life is this? I need a manual. I need a manual because when I was born, this was not part of the contract. I need my money back. I need a refund for life. Jesus Christ. Anyway, tukatoka kwa cell and tukapiga line and tunapewa breakfast, mkate chai. It is not even tea. Obviously, you know it's not tea. High school tea is way better. Like this is running water. It's running lake water. It's I wouldn't wish jail on anyone. Anyway, so we're given bread and tea. And then there was a guy, I think 2 people before me, and then the guy am 3 people. So akapewa, and then upon kupewa, he's not taking the first bite like anza kukula. This guy was slapped. Kijana alipigwa because in my mind I was telling myself, Mr. Kula nasikia chakula ya jela. You know, I still have the tumaringo kidogo because it's just my first night. Kesho tena hata Zablon na shaniambia tunatoka, wama even bothering kukula. Mimi atanipea na nikae tu nayo nipatie mwenye yako mbele yangu ama nyuma yangu, but oh my, was I wrong. The guy mwenye alikuwa mbele yangu hataki kukula, haumi since apewe, alipigwa kofi and akaambiwa kula hiyo chakula. As in, guy, At that point, I couldn't even wait for them to get to my turn because I am very ready. I am ready to devour that bread. Guy! And then they get to me and wakanipatia, and upon giving me, I just want to make sure that officer sees me eating because I am not ready to have my face beaten blue and black. So anyway, nikapewa, and then we have our breakfast. After having our breakfast, we go back to our cells, and then at 6 you're given duties. Like kama venye tu high school ilikuanga, there's someone who's going to wash this place, there's someone who's going to wash that other place. So we're given duties. Let me continue preparing this meal because I've been caught up kwa history and I'm not even doing anything. I'll be right back. So 6 in the morning comes, the time that people are supposed to be doing duties, the time that people are given duties that they're supposed to do. So I don't even know if it's luckily or unluckily, I learned duty ya kuosha office sijui hata ilikuwa ya mkubwa mgani. So nikapewa duster, nikapewa ninaitwaje bucket. There aren't mops there, ni uiname ufanye kazi. So anyway, we're given duties and we start working. So anyway, while I was washing this office, it took me quite some time, as in like nikiosha office the policemen and how wakubwa wako wamefika bado. So while I was washing it, the person that is usually in that office comes in, it's a him. So upon coming in, he starts asking me, msichana mrembo kama wewe unafanya nini huku? Nini ilifanyika? And then I tell him I do not know what happened. I explain to him the whole story, and then he tells me mkiona gari kiwakimbiza mbona msisimame? And the only thing that was on my mind this whole time is tunasimama aje? It's a probox chasing us. Anyway, this guy tells me what nitaangalia what you're in for, and then I'm going to let you know. He asks for my name, and then that was it. So nikamaliza ku clean, and then I go back to my cell. So during the day, I don't know about now, but during the day or on that day, you're allowed to mingle with the male inmates. Inmates, guys. But the male prisoners, inmates, I don't sell people, whatever we were at that point. So nikaenda nikapata Zablon ashamaliza duty yake, and Zablon tells me he's still waiting to hear why we were arrested. So nikamwambia actually place nilikuwa naosha, the guy has told me he's going to let me know why we were arrested. He's going to get someone to call me after he finds out. So tuko hapo, Zablon is telling me everything is going to be okay, that I shouldn't be worried, I mean, what is worrying me at this point, because everything that could go wrong has already gone wrong. I'm just wondering, what am I going to tell my mom? I do not even know what I'm going to tell my mom, my auntie. Anyway, tukiwa hapo, this guy calls for me, and nikaenda kwa ofisi yake. Kwenda kwa ofisi yake, you'll not even believe what we were charged with. This guy literally tells me that we were arrested because of robbery with violence. Robbery with violence. Me and these nails. Who am I going to rob? How? I just looked at the guy dumbfounded, because I was wondering, how do you charge someone with that? I don't even know if it's because I watch too many movies, because most of the time watu wakikuwa arrested, they're told you're under arrest for the murder of so and so and so, ama you're under arrest for you're a suspect in this and this and this. At least tukiarrestiwa, we should have been told you're under arrest for whatever. And then this guy tells me we are under arrest for robbery with violence, ama ni armed robbery, whatever. And I'm like, there's nothing like that, we did not rob anyone. So akaniambia, madam, kama unataka kubishana na serikali, uendelea kuniambia kufanya hivyo, and you wait for the court ngoja kwenda kotini on Monday. I told him it's okay, let me go and talk to my friends and let them know what the problem is. And then this guy tells me, hapana, usiende kuambia, kama uko na pesa, leta wewe utoke. Otherwise ukienda kuambia, watajua na wao watachangamka mbele yako, na wataleta pesa na watoke mbele yako. And then I'm like, no, this is fishy. Why not tell my friends? We've been charged for the same thing, all of us. And then I told him, actually mimi hata sina pesa, wacha niende nikaongea na wao ndio nijue kama hata wako na pesa wanaweza nisaidia nazo. So I go back to where my friends were, and nikawaambia what I have been told, and this guy tells me lawyer wake ako kwa njia anakuja sasa Zablon. He tells me that his lawyer is on the way coming. So lawyer wake akafika, at that point Zablon akaitwa na Zablon akaenda akamwambia what I have told him, like what I have been told we are accused of. So good thing the lawyer obviously now we lawyered up because robbery with violence no. So the lawyer akaenda akasema the accusers waitwe. Whoever has complained that a certain color of car has robbed them with 2 females and 3 males, there's no complainant. Let someone come and complain and then we can take it from there. Obviously hakuna mtu complain. So do you know where all this came from? You remember in part 1 when I told you guys tulisimama kidogo kwa traffic lights, like for a minute or 2. Traffic lights zilikuwa zisha indicate we need to go, but tukaendelea kusimama hapo because we were still debating should we use Juja Road or should we actually go and connect to Thika Road. So because tulisimama hapo for quite some time, that is where this robbery with violence is coming from. So according to them in their heads, we were running away from, I don't know, I don't even know their calculation because our only crime was standing at the traffic lights ikiwa isha indicate that we need to go. So that is where all this robbery with violence came in from. And then the other crime is that they've been chasing us and we did not think to stop the car. Why would we stop the car and it's a pro box running after us? I mean chasing us? Why would we stop and it's a pro box chasing us? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, this lawyer tries to not defend us because we are not in court, but like she's doing everything she can at that point. Accuse us hawakukuja, like the complainers of that we were actually robbing someone. Nobody came forward to complain, obviously. And then these guys say, let's wait for Monday to go to court. I've had so many stories with Kenyan police and I was honestly not willing to risk it because these people could plant things in our car, as in we're in the cell, the car is in police custody at this point, gari ilikuwa ishavurutwa na ikaletwa kwa police station. So the thing that Zablon told me is we had rather work with these policemen and just get the hell out of here because hao watu wanaweza panda kitu kwa gari the moment wapande kitu yenye mtu ashaisema imeibiwa, then what? As in it's just going to go south and we can't let it go south. From the south it has already gone. So tukauliza hao watu what it is that they need from us, what we need to do na vitu kama hizo. You'll not even believe what we were told. At that point, time imeenda, like time has really gone. So by good or bad luck, the parents of one of the guys had already come to the police station. So as in the parent of that one guy coming to the police station, at least she was working, it's the mom who came, she was working with the lawyer, as in at least the lawyer was telling her what needs to be done and things of that sort. So at least we had a parent in the vicinity. In our cell, one of the girls got a phone. There was another girl who came in that morning, so she got a phone and I needed to talk to my family and let them know what's going on because obviously they tried to call us, and remember when you're going to a cell, they take away your phone. So anyway, the lawyer came, as in like it's just a lot of commotion. This guy is Zablon anashinda kitu na lawyer. Mwingine mwenye mamake anakuja anamuita, just trying to figure out how we are going to get out of there sisi wote. The rest of us, our parents couldn't come because obviously like the parents were Kombali and all that. So it's just Zablon's lawyer who came and then the mom of that of one guy. So anyway, tuko hapo and lunchtime ikafika. These policemen are taking their sweet time. Hakuna hawarakishi for anything. So lunchtime ikafika and then they bring food. Upon bringing food, nikaambia msichana mwenye alinisaidia na hijab, she can have my food. So this girl tells me, hata kukataa chakula utasikia njaa. I believe deep down I'm not spending another night in here. I just couldn't. Guy. Anyway, nikamwambia you can just have my food. And then by good luck, the mom of this one guy mwenye alikuja akatuletea snacks, fries, nini, so we were sorted. So I just told her she could have my food. Plus the food is not nice anyway. Obviously it's not even nice. So tukakaa and 2 imefika, 3 imefika, 4 imefika, and I'm like 5 itafika. I cannot afford to spend another night here. Like that day was traumatizing. As in, again, I would never wish jail on anyone. Anyway, so tukakaa and this lawyer ameshinda hapo the whole day trying to get these guys to let us go because hakuna mtu yote mwenye amekuja ku complain and all that stuff. And then this guy is finally tell us, if you want to go, you will have to peana, what is it called? Inaitangwa ile unapeana jela, the amount of money that you give so that you can go. I think bond, bail, I think, bail or bond, I don't know, either or, of 10,000 shillings. 10,000. Where are we supposed to get 10,000? You arrest us yesterday, bring us to jail, and to let us go, you need 10,000 for what? Robbery with violence. Who is accusing us? No one. But we need to give 10,000. And then this guy, remember the guy mwenye aliniita kwa ofisi yake, he starts calling us one by one. When it was my turn kwenda hapo, he tells me, your record itaharibika. So you had rather pay this amount of money ndio record yako isiharibike sababu utaipata good conduct, sijui utaipata nini. And I'm like, why am I not getting good? How is this my fault? Is staying out late at night a crime in Kenya again? Because the only thing I did wrong was stay out late at night, simama kwa traffic lights for some time before going, because the green light, I think it's green light, ilikuwa isha indicate. Is that really a crime that is supposed to send me to jail, honestly? Anyway, he tells me you can either do that or ungoje koti Monday. I don't want to go to court, honestly, because as in there were just so many things on my mind that I was trying to avoid. Unajua unashtuliangwa na vitu mingi, unaambia ukienda kotini sijui nini na nini ita happen. As in there's just so much and you try to avoid. Anyway, I go back to my cell. And Zablon tells me, I think it's best tulipe tu hii pesa and be done na hii kitu yote. 10,000 per person, we were 5, so that's 50,000. Well, anyway, we had no option. Personally, I didn't even have money. So Zablon offers to pay for me, and like at least there was at least the lawyer was there, and one parent one guy, so at least we knew we could get out of there. At least ukishalipiwa hiyo bail and get out, you can look for money and pay back. I am done, and it came out looking so good. I had to transfer it from the dish I was using to the pot that I used to make the chicken, and it looks so nice. I think you can see from there. If you can't see it really well, I am going to show you once I serve it. It looks really delicious. Anyway, I get a phone from one of the cellmates that were in my cell, the one that came that morning, and I called my auntie. I did not have the guts to call my mom. You guys know African moms. I did not even have the guts to call my mom, number one. And number two, I didn't have the energy. Kwanza police, you know African moms, Kenyan moms. The first question is going to be, what were you doing out at night? Who are you with? As in, it was just a lot of questions that I was not ready for, because my mental state at that point could not take any kind of kuteteshwa, no. So I called my auntie. I explained to my mom's sister, Sasa. I called her and explained to her what had happened, and then I told her the amount of money that was needed. Remember, Zablon had offered to pay the 10,000 for me. This is actually this 10k is a story for another day. Anyway, Zablon offered to pay the money for me, but Ubeseang, the lady Rose, does not have anyone to pay for her, and she doesn't have money. So I called my auntie and told her I need 10k because I don't have money to get me out. Ndio auntie yangu akituma do, I can bail myself out, and then the money that Zablon is offering to pay for me, alipe huyu msichana instead, and then I'll be indebted to Zablon. I'm going to give him his money back. That is Ude Makshani Rushado, because she told me, once we get out of here, I'm going to give you your money back. So I told Zablon, my auntie is going to send me money, so it's going to, actually my auntie is going to send the lawyer money. So just pay, and then my friend is going to refund you or me money when we are out of here. At least to see anyone nyuma. That was my reasoning. Had I known. Mimi dealing with people in Nairobi is just, anyway, that's a story for another day. So once we all decided that we were going to pay the 10,000, we were called kwa officer, one of Hawaku. I don't know what his position is in Pangani police station, but we were called kwa officer mmoja wao. And then the $1 million question was, who are the people chasing us? Who are the people when you are ndani ya probox chasing us? Because if you're a police officer, do you identify yourself by shooting at civilians? I mean, that is actually anyway. They told us they were police officers dressed in civilian clothes. It's okay, haina shida. I mean, I think it does happen for police officers who were dressed in civilian clothes, but at least identify yours. Okay, at that point I don't know even how they could have identified themselves. Ama wawashe ile kitu ya polisi ile inalianga, the what is it called? Siren. Well, watch a siren, at least let's know that these are actually policemen following us, bana. Anyway, I can't blame them. It's a done deal. It happened. I don't know. I understand our mistake was spending too much time for traffic lights, but I don't think that warranted spending a night in jail, honestly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it warranted all that. It was traumatizing, it was demeaning, it was all kind of negative emotions that you can talk about. So anyway, tukaenda hapo kwa ofisi, and then he tells us that since we've paid the amount of money, bail bond, whatever, the 10,000, 50,000 for all of us, and on top of that 50,000 pia gari inafaa ilipiwe. I don't even know how much Zablon paid for his car to get out of jail. And remember, he will have to cater for the costs, expenses za hii gari kushutiwa. It was shot twice. He will need to cater for that expense. He will need to cater for the car, inaitwa hapa mbele bumper, I think. Oh my god, I don't know much about cars, but I think bumper venye imeinuliwa ndo ipushiwe na the toy truck. So he'll have to cater for that. Now you can imagine he expense yote for what? Anyway, they tell us that fingerprints zetu, they are not going to be anywhere after paying that amount of money, and that we are free to go, that after the complainant is going to come. I'm like, what complainant? Who came and complained that me robbed them? As in, doesn't even make sense. But yeah, that is what happened. And yeah, we took our things. I was given back my heels with no sweater. Jesus Christ. At this time, it's around 5 p.m. Anyway, tukatoka, we left Zablon and the lawyer in the police station, and then mimi na the lady friend of mine, we went to my place. How did we even get to my place? Don't even remember. I don't even remember how. I think we took a matatu. I don't even remember how we got to my place, but let me tell you, we were stinking. Do you remember tumelala kwa floor usiku? My friend and I saw the lady and I. Tulilala kwa floor usiku. That cell smells like, oh my goodness, it smells bad. So imagine umelala hapo kwa hiyo floor. How are you? Let me not even remember, but I think I'm not sure, I think tulitumia mat. Then later that night I called my mom and explained to her what had happened. Let me know, have you dealt with Kenyan policemen? And if you have, what was your experience dealing with them? Because for me, that was the first time I was dealing with Kenyan policemen, and my oh my, I don't think I'd want to do that anymore, because there's no reasoning with policemen. Whatever they say is right, whatever they put on you is what it is. Like, nothing else matters. Whatever it is they say you've done, it's what you've done. And you're wondering, when did I become an armed robber? Well, it was so traumatizing for me. But yeah, initially I thought it was hooligans, carjackers, people who wanted to harm us. But then later on we come to realize it's actually policemen dressed as civilians who, according to me, I'd say don't even know how to execute their duties as policemen, because you just can't go around shooting at people's cars and arresting them for robbery with violence. That was traumatizing. Jesus, that was it, and it was my first time to actually hear a gunshot. Anyway, good thing is we only spent one night in jail and went back home the following day around 6. Around 6 is the time we went back home. So yeah, that was another one in the books of traumatizing events that have happened in my life. So just be careful out here. I don't even know how careful one can get. One can actually really never be too careful, but yeah, just be careful out here. Avoid any unnecessary trouble, honestly. That is all I can say. But yeah, that was my experience dealing with policemen. It was not nice at all. Again, I wouldn't wish jail on anyone else. So yeah, thank you so much for watching till the end. I love you guys. The subscribers, the people who are keeping on subscribing, I am over the moon. I am so happy. I am so excited to keep on shooting content, to keep on delivering content for you guys, because the love is overwhelming. The support is out of this world. If you've not subscribed and you're watching, please consider subscribing. Like, just take a minute, pause this video right here, subscribe, and like, just do that, and drop a comment if you can, but just subscribe and like, and I will really appreciate that. Share this channel with your loved ones, your friends, your family, everyone. Let everyone have a piece of this story so that they know what to do when dealing with policemen or whatever it is you've gathered from this story. So thank you so much for watching till the end. Until next time, I am going to see you all very soon. Bye.
TikTok, all stop.